Welcome to Beg TV. My name is William Rwanga. I'm here with Honorable Ssenteza, Member of Parliament for Lugazi. We shall be talking about a number of issues concerning his work in the committees, concerning his constituency, and how he has seen Parliament ever since he started representing the good people of Lugazi. Honorable, say hello to your people and to the entire country.
Thank you very much. My name is Richard Ssenteza Salongo, Member of Parliament for Lugazi Municipality. Good evening, good morning, viewers, especially my people of Lugazi Municipality. I joined the Parliament on 15th May 2026. It has been a very, very wonderful journey so far. On 27th August 2026, we shall be clocking 100 days in Parliament. We have achieved a lot in these 100 days. We have effectively represented our people. I have presented so far 3 times on the floor of Parliament. Not only that, I have been very active in different committees. I am a member of the COSASE or PAC COSASE, which is a Public Accounts Committee on state enterprises and state authorities, as well as a member of the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee. These committees have interfaced with a number of institutions manned by government. For example, the Uganda Human Rights Commission, Judicial Service Commission, Uganda Registration Services Bureau, NSSF, Directorate of Public Prosecutions, among others. We have realized that all these have audit queries.
All these entities
have audit queries which were raised by the Auditor General in the year 2020, the financial year 2025-2026.
Yes,
so as an accountability committee, we interface with these entities and then question them on how they spent public funds and what the public expects from them. So far the work is okay and we are progressing well.
Thank you, Honorable. Honorable, what has been your observation in this when you are interacting with these entities? The Directorate of Public Prosecution, Judicial Service Commission. What has been your observations?
Thank you so much. Many of them, what is running across is that many of them have financial issues. The Auditor General, while auditing their accounts or books of accounts, discovered a lot of gaps or lacuna in their spending of the public funds. A case in point, yesterday we were interfacing with Uganda Human Rights Commission.
Yes.
They mismanaged or channeled money which was meant to do other things, and then they used it to do other things, which is not allowed by the law. Then for DPP, they have a very serious issue. They don't have an enabling law. They are created by Article 120 of the Constitution, but it's not supported by an enabling law.
So the existing laws are still, they need to be amended?
No, all institutions of government, especially those which are created by the Constitution,
yes,
have enabling laws. On top of having an article in the Constitution, those articles are manifested in other laws which govern those different institutions.
Okay.
But for DPP, they are lacking that law, and it has impacted a lot on their work. So one of the things they requested us to do as the Legal and Parliamentary Affairs Committee,
yes,
was to see to it that they get that enabling law, to give them, to beef up the Constitutional Article 120, which gives them the mandate to do what they are supposed to do, just like any other entity.
Honorable Ssenteza, in most cases when I'm covering those committees where you are a member, I see you are not convinced on what the officials from those entities are telling members. Where is the problem coming from?
I have discovered that when these entities are coming to interface with the parliamentary committees, they prepare.
Yes.
And their preparation is not to tell what they are supposed to tell, but to convince us that what they did was right. These committees were established to look into the works of these entities for the good of the people, because these entities are created to serve the public. But when you call them to answer queries or audit queries as raised by the Auditor General, you find that they prepare in advance to convince the committee as opposed to championing what they are supposed to do for the people.
So does this have an impact to the taxpayers' money?
Definitely. Because if money is appropriated to an entity,
yes,
it is given to that entity for purposes of championing what they are supposed to do. For example, the Uganda Human Rights Commission is the custodian of human rights in the country.
Yes.
If it fails or it gets off the rail as far as protecting human rights is concerned, then that means they are doing a disservice to the nation. A case in point, we discovered that so many cases were filed before the Human Rights Commission.
Yes.
They have been there for over 10 years. Some were dismissed unwantonly without giving due regard to the merits of those cases. So that means the end user, who is the Ugandan,
yes,
is not getting what is supposed to get.
The Ugandan in Lugazi.
Exactly. Our people in Lugazi and other parts of the country are not getting what they are supposed to get from the Human Rights Commission. The same applies to NSSF. By law, all workers are supposed to keep their money at NSSF, their savings at the National Social Security Fund,
yes,
for future use.
Yes.
But we discovered that some of this money is invested in projects which are not making returns for the benefit of the person who saved.
So that means the workers' savings are being misused.
Precisely.
You and I, our savings in NSSF are being misused.
Exactly.
So what should be the way forward? As members of Parliament,
we are still interfacing with the NSSF. We've not yet reached that recommendation of what they should do, how they should do it, and when they should do it. We had field visits at Temangalo land.
Yes, the land the NSSF
in question
from Amos Nzei.
Yes, they bought 400 plus acres. But it so happens that the person who sold to them, who is Amos,
is still using the land.
Is still using a sizable chunk of this land. So that means if the money was invested so many years, 18 plus years, and the person who sold is still on the land, then I heard
that he put some conditions. He said that he can refund the money if you fail to buy the remaining piece of land. He can refund the money you NSSF bought from him.
We are yet to arrive at that conclusion. Since the entity is still interfacing us, then we shall come to that at the time when we are concluding.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are still with Honorable Richard Ssenteza Salongo, a man of all seasons from Lugazi Municipality. Lugazi Municipality. Yes, is the voice. He does appropriation, he does oversight, he does budgeting and legislation on behalf of the people of Lugazi. Here he is talking about a number of issues. How have you seen Parliament, Honorable?
Parliament is interesting. It's worth being there. I came to Parliament with a legal background. First and foremost, I am a lawyer with a law degree from Makerere University and a master's in peace and conflict resolution. And after graduating, I worked at National Council for Higher Education, as well as Uganda Law Reform Commission.
Law reform was recently in legal and parliamentary.
Yes. Law reform also interfaced us in legal and parliamentary affairs, and they have a number of challenges. One of them is insider bickering.
Okay.
They are struggling for posts, who isn't what. And then in so doing,
Yes.
they're impacting on their productivity.
Okay.
They also have financial challenges, among others. So upon graduating and working at law reform, it gave me an insight of how laws are made, because many of the laws that are presented before Parliament are first channeled through Uganda Law Reform Commission.
So are you trying to mean that Lugazi has the best person in the right place?
Precisely.
Has the right MP in the right place?
Precisely.
To give them a voice on their issues.
And we are doing that ably.
What are some of the issues you'd like to voice out on behalf of the people of Lugazi?
We have a number of challenges. First and foremost, our health sector. We have our general hospital, Kaolu General Hospital. It has a number of challenges, but among them,
yes,
we have the neonatal intensive care unit,
yes,
which is now housing or hosting 45 children with 45 mothers. The mothers do not have accommodation, so they find themselves sleeping in corridors and on the floor of the hospital.
Okay.
The babies, each baby is supposed to have a baby cot or a one bed, one baby.
Okay.
But as of now, we have only 5 beds, which forces the staff to put 6 or 7 babies on one bed.
So it brings about congestion.
Exactly. So if one baby is infected, chances are very high that the others will also be infected. We had an interface with the Permanent Secretary and Secretary to the Treasury.
Okay. PSST.
PSST. We raised our concerns.
Mr.
Gobi Ramadan. We raised our concerns. This meeting was organized by Honorable Minister Diana Mutasingwa.
Yes.
And it was attended by the Chief Administrative Officer of Buyukwe, myself, and some other staff of the Ministry of Finance.
Yes.
So among the issues we raised was our road from Lugazi to Buyukwe, then to Chiyindi,
okay,
and then completion of the Municipal Council, Lugazi Municipal Council headquarters,
okay,
and then completion of the district headquarters at Buyukwe. Okay. The third one was a promise or a pledge by His Excellency the President on 1st May 2026, while at Matale Nkoyoyo Boarding Primary School. He pledged to renovate the school. Okay. So those were the 4 issues we raised before the PSST, and he assured us that all will be handled in the next financial year.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are with the Honorable Ssenteza Richard Salongo, Member of Parliament for Lugazi. We thank you for always following us. I want to let you know that Beg Media, Beg TV, we have a website, Beg Media, we have an online television, Beg TV. You can find us on all our social media handles. We thank our advertisers. We have KCCA, we have Janan Schools, we have Equity Bank. You can always bank, you can always save your money with Equity Bank. And Honorable Ssenteza, your final words, sir. I know you are going for plenary.
Once again, we thank the people of Lugazi for entrusting us with the mandate. We shall serve you ably, we shall serve you unreservedly. You will never regret why you voted Salongo Richard Ssenteza to be a member of Parliament for Lugazi Municipality.
Do you think you will get an opportunity today in the plenary to raise some issues for
Yes, Lugazi? I will.
What issues?
We are talking about rural electrification. And my constituency, part of it is rural. So we have to champion this cause so that our constituency is electrified from the first person to the last one.
How do you think you will use electricity? How will your people use electricity?
We have peri-urban and then urban settings. Lugazi in itself is predominantly urban, and it relies on electricity for all businesses. Okay. And then our village people, the 2 divisions of Kaolo and Najembe, certainly also need power for different reasons. So this is an opportune moment for me to champion our cause, and we see that our constituency is wired from the first to the last person.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen, who have been watching Beg TV. My name is William Rwanga. Thank you for always making us your #1 channel. Keep tuned. Thank you.